we already understood this S4HANA itself is a developing product. Every yearly SAP is coming up with a new version where they are providing the better functionality. So the current scope, what is the target of SAP? SAP don't want to sell the SAP product to the consultants, right? Consultants are the kind of helping hand to support the end users. Ultimately, SAP wants to come up with those solutions which are accepted by the end users. So complete focus now currently is how to make the life easy for the end users. Once that part is done, then only SAP will think how the configurations also can be done 100% from FIORI itself. So that will definitely come, but it will take time because first priority is bringing those features which are being used by the customers. Right, Akshay?
Yes, correct. Yeah, got it. First customer first.
Right. Okay. Any other questions that you have on FIORI? Okay, one last thing before I close FIORI topic. So if you want to see the list of all those FIORI applications, okay, first of all, I told you this. The first thing that you would use is best practices. So if you see the best practice document, if you just come down, you'll be able to see step-by-step process. I think I explained you last week also. So you will get a list of all those applications, okay, which you need to execute in FIORI. So you can see even this manage your solution. This manage your solution is nothing but a configuration application which is provided by SAP. Okay, it will allow you to configure your solution. But as I told you, normally we use this in cloud because in cloud you don't have any option. In cloud, you don't have the SPRO access. So when you don't have the SPRO access, the only option you are left with is you have to do all the configurations using FIORI. But when it comes to on-premise, normally this manage your solution we don't use, we use SPRO directly. Okay, so this is configuration, and then when you start doing the transactions, I'm just trying to show you postings, any transaction that you want to do. Okay, all these topics, whatever are written in the best practices, this is what we are going to discuss in detail, module by module. So this particular file which I'm showing you, this will be covered completely in FI. Same way, the files related to MM and SD, those will be covered in MM and SD modules. Okay, so for example, this manage journal entry. This is an application which will allow you to post the accounting entry. So SAP is saying that in order to do this transaction, you have to go to manage journal entries application. Okay, so you will come here in SAP FIORI and you will try to access manage journal entry. You can click on search also because there are a lot of applications. If you're not able to find it, you can just click on search and just write here manage journal. Okay, if you just write, if it is possible, it will show you here itself, or you can write the full one, that is also fine. Why it is not showing? Manage journal spelling is correct, entries. So it is not showing as of now. Click on search, let's see if it is showing something. Normally it shows here itself. You can see it is not available. So I'm not able to get this manage journal entries screen. Now what should I do? What does it mean? If this is not appearing, if it is part of the best practices, it is clearly written manage journal entries. This is application. And this application I'm not able to open here. It is saying that we are not able to find. What could be the reason?
Finance role is not assigned to your user ID.
We assign the finance role, but again, within finance, there is not only single role. There are a lot of roles. So the role which is related to this particular application may not be assigned to our user ID, right?
Yes, yes.
So how can I find out which role I should assign to my user so that he is able to perform this transaction? One option is you can again go to this itself. So you can see it is clearly showing you log on to SAP Fiori Launchpad as a general ledger accountant. So this is a role, but this is just a description of the role. It is not giving the exact role which I need to assign. So what you can do is again you can go to the role section and you can see which role is related to general ledger accountant. So you will go up in the roles section. Okay, and general ledger accountant is this role, SAP underscore BR underscore GL underscore accountant. So let me copy this role. I think this I already assigned, but let's see. So if I copy this role and go to my SAP user maintenance, and if I go to roles, yes, exactly. We are not assigned anything related to finance. So if I enter this, now it will definitely work. So if I try to refresh this, manage journal entries will definitely appear now. If it is taking time, even you can try writing here also. Manage journal, it will be visible here itself. So I'll do one thing. In the search, manage, you can see manage journal entries. Not only this role is having a lot of other things also which are related to manage journal entries. So if I open this, this will get opened. So this is one way. This is one way of finding out which role I need to provide to my user to provide the access. Okay, so if you have the base practice documentation available with you, you can find it immediately. But let's assume you are at remote place and you don't have this file also, and you don't have the S user ID and password also. What you will do in that case? So in that case, simply go to Google and write SAP Fiori apps library. SAP Fiori apps library. Just press enter and open this Fiori apps library. Okay, this is the link from SAP where all the applications along with complete details is provided on Fiori. Okay, so once you are here, you will say all apps for SAP S4HANA. Okay, and here you will click on all apps and you have the search button here. So what you will write, manage journal entries. Okay, you can see it is showing you manage GL account documents, manage, why it is not showing the main one, manage journal entries. It should show actually, maybe the application that I selected is wrong. Okay, instead of this, I'll directly go to all apps. I will not go to S4HANA and all, I'll just click on all apps and manage journal entries. It is still showing this three. Normally it should show the fourth one also, which is manage journal entry only. Sorry, you can see manage GL documents / manage journal entry. So this one itself. So if you open this, okay, and you have to click on, see, it is giving you complete information. What is the purpose of this application? What are the features it provides, right? If you click on this implementation information, it will ask you in which system you want to implement it. Okay, so you have to select your version properly. So you can see this application is available from 15.11 onwards. 15.11, 16.10, 17.09, 18.09, and now 19.09. And there are service packs. So once the 15.11 was available, before 16.10, there were some enhancement which SAP made, and those were available in service packs. So you can see with every version there are 2 service packs. Okay, and now maybe in another 1 or 2 months we can expect 20.09 also, latest version. Okay, So this is where you would be able to see the version. Now, if you come down in configuration, you would be able to see the roles. Okay, you can see business roles to be assigned to the end user so that he is able to access this application. So this application is accessible by accounts payables, accounts receivables, and GL accounts. So any of this role. If I assign this role, then I'll be able to see this screen. If I assign this role, then also I'll be able to see the same screen. If I assign this role, then also I'll be able to see manage journal entries. So this is a very important link, SAP Fiori apps library. This is a very important link which will help you to track a particular application and to know which particular role should be assigned to the user so that he is able to see that particular application. Now, luckily here, manage journal entries you found out, but let's assume you are coming from ECC world and you don't know which is the corresponding application I should use. For example, I want to create a purchase order or I want to create a sales order, but I don't know which application I should use in Fiori. So what you can do is you can just write VA01 because you know this was a transaction code in ECC to create a sales order. When you select VA01 and click on search, it will show you all those relevant apps which are related to sales order. So you can see these are the different applications. So you will select which one is more relevant to you. Okay, you can see debit memo, contract, create sales order, everything is appearing here. So if I click on this, okay, so these are all the applications together. And if I want to assign this role, which role I should assign? So you will again go to configuration and here you'll be able to see the roles. This is exactly what we provided to our user, right? So these are the roles under which these applications would be available. Okay, you can search by transaction code, or if you know the application name, you can enter the application name directly. Clear on this? Any questions?
Hello. Yeah, yes, sir. I have a question.
Yeah, Tushar.
Sir, actually, as of now, I can understand whatever the configuration by functional configuration we have to do in the GUI only, GUI only, and that will be
Sorry?
appear. So whatever the configuration is of from the functional side, we have to do in GUI only,
GUI,
GUI,
yes. Yes.
and that will be appear in Fiori. Means Fiori.
Yes. Those see, that is the presentation. Again, just take the same example. You book the ticket. It is irrelevant whether you book the ticket from website or you book the ticket from application. Ultimately, it is going to the same database. Okay,
But
Tushar?
you told that after the 5 year there is no use of GUI, so it will mix.
Yes. So going forward, maybe after 3, 4, 5 years, everybody would be using Fiori only. Even as a
So we can,
consultant, also most of the configurations we can do from Fiori itself.
okay.
Can I use SAP S4HANA without Fiori?
Yes, Ikram, you can use.
We can use, right? Only thing is
Yeah.
there are few features. There are very few features which are new, which are only applicable in S4HANA. So those new features, if you want to use, you have to use on Fiori only. There are some features which are only available on Fiori, mainly new features. Okay, so technically, yes, we can use SAP S4HANA without Fiori. We can continue to use our old GUI if a customer wants. But there are some features which are only available on Fiori. So if you are not using Fiori, you will not be able to use those particular features. Is it mandatory to use Fiori? So this kind of the questions may be asked when you go outside. Is it mandatory to use Fiori?
It's a choice
No,
of the customer.
It is a
it
choice
depends.
of a customer. But again, the answer would be same. It is choice